Hola chicos míos, soy señorita Schaefer y hoy vamos a hablar de la gramática de capítulo 6a y vamos a hablar de dos verbos más con stem changes, poder y dormir. Esta información está en página 284, entonces si quieres puedes encontrarla allá. This lesson is pretty straightforward. You could probably guess from the title that our big question of the day is how do we conjugate poder and dormir? So please go ahead and write that at the top of your notes. Remember to leave some space so you can answer it. And compared to the last couple of grammar videos that we did, this one should be pretty straightforward. It's pretty much just memorization. So let's start with the verb poder. Poder means to be able to. And just like jugar, poder is a stem changing verb. The O changes to UE in the shape of the boot. I told you guys you would hear the shape of the boot a lot. Hopefully you're remembering that now. So our stem is still going to be normal outside of the boot, P-O-D. But then inside the boot, we're going to need to stem change. So I'll leave some room for that. And then we're just going to use our usual ER endings like we would any other time. So we have puede as our stem inside the boot. And then we'll just add our normal endings. So yo puedo is I can. Tú puedes, you can. Él or ella or usted puede, he, she, or you formal can. Now remember, we're not going to stem change outside of the boot. We're just going to use our normal stem and our normal endings. So we have nosotros podemos, we can. Vosotros podéis, y'all can. And ellos, ellas, or ustedes pueden is they can or you all can. Please make sure you have this one copied down before you move on to the next page with us. And on this page we're going to talk about, dormir. Dormir means to sleep. It's going to be useful this chapter. And dormir, just like poder, has an O to UE stem change. So while the normal stem, let's go ahead and draw our boot. This, of course, will be in the boot shape. We'll use a UE instead of the O. And then outside of the boot, we'll just use the O. We'll go ahead and fill in the rest of our stem here. So duerm is our stem inside the boot. And then outside of the boot, it's dorm. Kind of like you would sleep in your dorm room. That's how I remember dormir. And then we're going to add our normal IR endings, just the same as we would in any other verb. So we have yo duermo, I sleep. Tú duermes, you sleep, or you are sleeping. Él, ella, or usted would be he, she, or you formal sleep. Nosotros dormimos. We're not going to change that stem outside of the boot. Vosotros dormís. And then ellas, ellos, or ustedes duermen. That can mean they sleep or they are sleeping. Please make sure you have this copied down before you continue on. So that's about all we've got for our video today. How do we conjugate poder and dormir is what you guys learned today, and hopefully you can give a strong answer to that you already know how to do this, but we'll write it down here just in case. It's always good to repeat again, so I want you to please copy this onto the top of your notes with me. Sometimes writing something is the best way to get it in your memory. When I used to take French, actually, this is always how I would study. I would just write things over and over and over. So for dormir, we have duermo, duermes, duerme, dormimos, dormís, and duermen. Please go ahead and mark at the top of these that they are O to UE stem changers. We'll learn some more of those in the future. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and write them down so that you can remember to ask me in class. Gracias y adiós.